Hey everybody, Rachel here with Advisor TV. I'm here with Jeff Davis, founder of the Sales and Marketing Alignment Summit. Jeff, thanks so much for joining me.
Absolutely, thank you for having me.
Totally. So tell me, what is your background? How did you get started with sales and marketing alignment?
Yeah, it's a great question. So my background actually, ironically, is engineering. And then after college, I went into sales, just kind of on a whim to see if it worked. It stuck, and I really liked it, and I was really good at it. And then I found after business school, my interest kind of moved toward marketing because it was a little bit more strategic. And what I found is I had this unique opportunity to understand both worlds because I lived in both of them. And a lot of people either choose sales or marketing. And what it allowed me to see was sometimes marketing gets it, sometimes sales gets it, sometimes they both don't get it, but a lot of times they just don't get each other. And so I started doing research and trying to figure out, like, why is this not working? And I just wasn't finding the answers. And so I just took it upon myself to take my passion, my time, my expertise to figure out this relationship and how we can do it better.
No, it makes a lot of sense. The two have to work really closely together.
Absolutely, yep.
What is some advice that you would give to companies who are struggling to align their sales and marketing?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing to think about is you have to convince your sales and marketing leaders that they need to work together. It really, in today's business world, it has to be focused on generating revenue, whether you're in sales or marketing, it doesn't matter anymore. And it has to be focused on what does the potential customer need, want, what is their experience, what is their journey? And then from that, you back into how do we fulfill what we need to do as a company. But if you don't have the sales and marketing leaders on board first, it really is not gonna work. And I stress to people that I talk about this topic to, it's not about finding a new technology to use, it's about making a fundamental shift in the way sales and marketing see each other and actually work together.
And how do you work with these companies and with the sales and marketing teams to help them overcome this?
Absolutely. So I created and founded the Sales and Marketing Alignment Summit right here in Chicago. And so my intent is to really create a community of sales and marketing leaders that can come together as a community and focus on just how do we work better as two teams that should come together and be aligned. So it's not about the old school, like sales is sales, marketing is marketing, and they're siloed, because that just doesn't work together anymore. It's about creating this togetherness where they can figure out, what technologies, what strategies, what tactics that we need to do to actually pull this through and then make it work. And so it's centered around finding thought leaders to come in and speak with, creating relationships between leaders, collaborating, looking at the latest research and really making evidence-based decisions, not just on what somebody said last week, let's try that. So it's about being more strategic and thoughtful about how we change the organization to fit the needs of the consumer today.
Absolutely. And in the future, how do you see sales and marketing working together?
Well, the good news is it's getting better, right? So I know historically we have fought, but I think marketing is starting to see is that they have to start looking at ROI differently, starting to have responsibility for revenue. I have a really optimistic viewpoint of this relationship getting better, obviously, or I wouldn't be doing this. It'd be very fatalistic. But it is going to take some tough conversations. It's not easy. No one has all the answers. Every industry, every company is different. But I see, in the horizon where we're going to start to see salespeople taking on the characteristics of many marketers, and marketers taking on some of the characteristics of sales. But I am firm in believing that salespeople and marketers have unique skills that only they can and should do, but they need to work together to take the benefits of both of them in order to really drive revenue.
Sure. Where can people find out more about the Sales and Marketing Alignment Summit and get in contact?
Absolutely. So we will be launching here in Chicago, the home of the event in November. So best thing to do is follow me on Twitter. It's at Jeff_Davis2. All the information about the summit will be there, all my research, all of my retweets about the information, but it's solely focused on sales and marketing alignment. So if any thought leaders are out there, or anybody just wants to know information about what's new, what's out there, they can potentially take back to the organization. That's the best way to get in contact with me.
Thanks so much, Jeff.
Thank you, appreciate it.